Hi Sagittarius. Sorry, I was adjusting my camera there. How are you? This is your monthly reading for April of, got a jumper, 2022. Page of Cups already. All right. We know how your month is setting up. Like Libra, I'm turning cards right side up for you. Using the Archangel Power Tarot for you and the fire signs this month. Trying to get everything in the picture with my, camera stand in the way. I was like, what is moving? There's a cellophane paper moving in the corner over there that I just sat down. Okay. World card for you. Okay, there's the Justice card, the Libra card that I kept thinking was on the, okay, you should watch Libra if you have Sun, Moon, Rising, or a cross watcher in Libra. They got your card and you got their card. I kept thinking the Temperance card was theirs, it was yours, and you got Justice. Okay. And hello to my Sagittarius friend who may or may not be watching if you're watching. Actually, a couple of them. Possibly, potentially. Okay. Put these down before they keep coming out. The cards are talkative for you. Sorry, I'm having to take lots of drinks of water at this point in the reading. God, these are so similar with Michael. All Michaels right here. Okay. So, what is going on in the world? Sages have Libra stuff and Libras had Sagittarius stuff. Justice, Karma card. Things being weighed in your favor, which is nice. You'll take that after a long backwards karmic situation is what I'm hearing. So good. This is a good thing, and it's all wrapping up here. Typically, except for in Libras, which was totally backwards, this is going from like current energy to future energy. So a wrap-up cycle probably for this month. We are coming into the eclipse time. We're already in that energy because it can start a month before or a month after, depending on when the influence comes through for you. But yeah, it's looking like this month a wrap-up. There's information coming in from the eclipses, which I think start on the 25th. I should really look this stuff up. I know that there's got to be one around the 25th. That's what I was hearing. So, yeah, eclipses are always big reveals, and they come in pairs, 2s or 3s, depending on the cycle. But they're the equivalent of 20 new moons and 20 full moons, depending on which eclipse it is. And they pack a wallop, and usually of information, things being revealed, very can be very emotional. So for me, I'm like, brace myself. I don't know how Saggies take all of that. It could be like water off a duck's back for some of it with you, but usually they pack quite a punch. So just be aware that you're getting a big wrap up from whatever this. It's like you're starting with it. This is the only 2 major arcana cards for you right now. Justice card is starting everything off with a bang, and then you wrap up a big, looks like karmic kind of cycle. Another situation could be as well. You're leaving old patterns, old thoughts behind, seeing things in a new way. Right now you're in the kind of illusion world for something, and you're having to see things in a new way. So that's all going to be changing for you. We have, let's go back to Page of Cups for you. So this is like beginning spark of something. And usually in the love category. So like a new, very new spark could be with someone from before, especially if we have karmic stuff clearing. You also have the Page of Swords, interestingly. Typically I see this card as can be someone gossipy, someone whatever, but I'm seeing this card as kind of a supporting energy for this. It's new communication, really, and new communication here with the Ace of Pentacles. So you've got two. I always like to look at multiples that pop out. So you got, especially when they're right next to each other, two pages, two aces. Anything else? Oh, you got a 7, 8, and 9 in a row here. But this is interesting. So new spark of something, and aces are brand new beginnings. This is the Ace of Pentacles, and this is the Ace of Swords. So new beginning. Someone else got this in another reading in another deck. Ace of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles. Knights always come in with gifts, or usually gifts. So Ace of Pentacles is new beginnings with money, career, can be home, family stuff, but really money and career, because I just keep seeing these coins here. And Knight of Pentacles, it's like, for me, the way I'm seeing it in this reading is you moving forward steadily with something, which is not, again, like the other signs have gotten the Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords, like fast moving stuff. That's usually your card. You do have one Wands card over here. But you're getting the slow and steady. Everyone's switching up this month. Not in the first few readings, but some of the signs are coming out as opposite of their characters this month in the readings anyway. The energies of it. So I would say look at your astrology and see what's transiting for you. But it's almost like finally the Sagittarius is coming in slow and steady with something. It's like you've learned. So you guys are rapid fire all the time. You don't stop. But after learning something from this situation over here, you're the slow and steady one. And I personally am very relieved to see that card as a cross watcher here in Sagittarius myself. It's like this huge wave of relief is washing over me. So I'm glad, Sagittarius, for this for you. Because you guys are, the rapid fire, go, go, go sign. Yeah. You're usually like Knight of Wands, Page of Wands energy for me, who's just like, stop later, ask questions, go now, ask questions later. But there's a Virgo-ness coming into a little bit of the energy here with the Knight of Pentacles. So I'm very glad for that, because this is going to get you to the finish line. This is going to get you to accomplishing the goals you actually want to accomplish, rather than just flying by the seat of your pants. And I'm not saying that you do that all the time, because my Saggies have plans for what they're doing. They just go through things very quickly. But in doing that, sometimes that's absolutely necessary. And I'm always glad I have my Aries moon, because that puts a fire under my Pisces butt to get me moving. You guys tend to have the opposite energy of you just go. So you need a little bit of the earthy energy to help you look at the details along the way and fine tune things, is what I just heard. So I love this energy for you guys for this month, and I'm hearing for May as well. It really is going to get you to a better, more desired outcome that you've been wanting for a while, but you didn't know what you were missing details wise to get to this particular goal. Because you can go out and accomplish whatever you want to accomplish, and you've accomplished a lot, but you're doing it in a different approach this time. So I always like when things change up. I love changes. I love things happening in different ways. And this is happening for you. So, yeah, I'll be very interested to watch with my Saggy people in my life what this is going to be all about, because major wrap up of whatever this lesson is, also whatever this cycle is, whatever projects you've had going. And then the Nine of Wands, which is letting walls down. You're not quite ready for all of that, but then figuring out the difference between walls versus healthy boundaries. And there's some trust and knee-jerk reaction stuff going on from hurts from the past. Can even be childhood stuff, which is coming up for a lot of signs this month. Is this a dove? I don't know if it's a dove or a butterfly, but I just keep there's something new in all the cards this month that I keep seeing. I'm going to say initially it was dove energy, but it's this little tiny white thing above her wing. If you can see that. It's like this whisper of something new coming in for you from, like, the white to me represents like angelic and spirit guide help and messages. And she's Gabriel, the archangel, is standing in the back of it looks like Paul Newman in a way, the farmer dude. So there's like guidance and help along the way and messages if you get very quiet and kind of meditate and really listen, because this is the detail stuff the universe wants you to catch with this particular lesson and cycle. They want you to slow down enough to be able to receive and hear and intuit the messages. Saggies are very intuitive. You guys are the spiritual seekers and teachers. You're good at this stuff, but you cannot always be in young, fiery mode if you're going to hear the small, quiet messages that come in. So that's a message that is coming through specifically for this month for you, because there is new communication coming in, clarity, all of that with the Ace of Swords. This being the Five of Swords, to me, is releasing of toxic energies. Usually to me represents a person from your life. So there's wrap up again of karmic cycle stuff with the Justice card. And I've had other indications of this for you guys. And for a lot of the twins right now. So yeah, there's a lot of clearing, a lot of walking away. This one goes hand in hand with the learning to let walls down, learning to trust, and that will help you see through the illusion of things, because when we have walls up, we can't really see through to the heart of something. We're seeing through our own veil in a way, and it doesn't let us see through to the reality of something. So this card represents seeing illusions versus seeing fully the truth of something. And again, this card represents being trapped in thought patterns in our own minds and all of that don't serve us. This can represent being trapped in our own walls. So there's a whole lot of, with the 7, 8, and 9, there's a whole lot of new perspective with this cycle wrapping up. There's a whole lot of clearing out of old energies, especially with the 5 here, that don't serve you anymore. It even says that on this card. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that, because Saggies don't need a lot of preaching at. Let's go to Wisdom of the Hidden Realms for you. Hawk Prince, number 11. Another ace energy sitting between the aces here. This has been happening. Synchronicities keep happening this month. The River Queen, going with the flow. Okay. So, I love the Hawk Prince energy. It is an 11, which is also a twin flame energy. And so now, again, in a reading without getting an 11-11 card or the Four of Wands, we do have kind of an 11-11 energy here. Spirit communication and paying attention. I was just saying with this little tiny messenger and the guidance here, paying attention. They want you to get quiet enough to hear what your guides and angels are bringing to you, because the tendency is to shut that out by moving so fast that you can't pay attention to the messages that are coming in, especially if we're not wanting to go through a particular cycle. And I can relate to that even as Pisces. So like, just keep me busy enough that I don't have to hear my own intuition, because I don't want to hear it right now. But yeah, they're asking you to get quiet and let that in. The High Lady of Love and Compassion. Keep getting, be kind, be compassionate with yourself. Could be with people around you too, but yeah, this is a lot of self-love. There's pink flowers in here, which is self-love. Taking time out, being gentle with yourself. There's even little tiny white flowers at the bottom of this with a little, I think that's a bee. Teeny tiny white flowers. All these little tiny messages coming in that you have to slow down to even see or catch. Flow, letting go, natural movement, moving your body. You guys have so much fiery energy. It's important to move, get out there and get exercise, free flow dance, whatever it is for you. But this is also, and there's little white sparks of messages around her too. This is going with the flow of life. Again, the slowing down message. And sometimes we all need a little downtime, and you are definitely getting that message for this month. So I'm hearing, especially in the second half of the month, and be kind to yourself. But in the meantime, creativity and vastness, the cosmos. I swear this is the first time I've ever even pulled this card, unless it happened years ago, but I don't remember it coming out. That looks like a dragon way in the background. Anyway, lots of sparks. And look at this. It's almost like messages coming down from the moon, which is a very yin and quiet energy. Very subtle energy. And this beautiful comet in the background too. All these subtle messages that I don't ever see in... I don't get this particular message in cards or readings, but this is what's coming through. So yeah, being very soft, quiet, gentle with yourself, with the space around you, with other people if that comes up. But to me, this is a very going within energy. Using this time for creativity, using the time to meditate and contemplate on the universe and how we are just a little spark in a huge universe. Saggies are good at that, seeing the bigger picture, contemplating on the bigger things in the universe, the bigger messages. It's a very beautiful energy that you guys are able to carry with you and tap into when you choose to. And I was also going to say the hawk is a messenger. It's a very powerful messenger. It's come to me physically in times where I was having very important moments in my life. When I was living out in Sedona and physically had a what are the chances? And I don't know if I've told this story somewhere on here before, but on my channel, but I was getting ready one day to do a sacred journey, sacred trip with a sacred substance. And I took the whole day to just sit outside and meditate. And I had my feet up on my railings of my balcony. And I heard this huge whoosh, whoosh, whoosh sound from the left in a tree. And I saw this little bird fly out. And then I saw this huge hawk. They're not huge, but it's much bigger than the little bird. Swoop down, come up and do a full 180. And its wing brushed my foot that was up on the rails of the balcony, and then it continued to chase the bird, its little prey. And I will never forget that moment ever, because whoever gets brushed by the wing of a hawk, that was one of the most beautiful, poignant moments. And I looked up the message of the hawk, the spirit animal message of the hawk, and it is a messenger, or a guide. I'm sure it says messenger for some in there, but basically like a sacred guide. And I was like, well, how appropriate for that day. And then also when I was going through a dark night of the soul, I believe, after I just moved back to Sedona after traveling for a while and not knowing I was ever going to go back to Sedona. The place I had moved into probably in the autumn time, from one tree to the other on our property, is this long property. A hawk swooped down right in front of me as I was getting out of the car and in front of the garage, and then swooped back up to another tree. And low to the ground, and that like right in front of me. And that, when does that happen? So hawks are very, very sacred and special animals, and sacred to me. I've had amazing experiences with them, and they're definitely coming to you now, saying pay attention to the little subtle messages that you can only hear when you have a moment to yourself and can be in that quiet space. So yeah, just gorgeous energy with that. And that's coming to you this month. I actually do want to pull something else. I'm looking at all my cards. Okay, well, I guess we're going back to your original deck. I was going to pull some oracle cards, but they guided me. Oh, look at all the doves. These are the cards I'm using for you. There's another dove. The doves are, and the wings, white wings, are everywhere. Okay. Okay. I'll leave it at that. Queen of Cups was the bottom card. Sorry. Emotions, Queen, or Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. First card I pulled out, just like another 7. Sevens are big spiritual lessons. This is typically what they call the sneaky fox card in traditional tarot, 7 of Swords. So maybe this is another reason they want you to slow down and pay attention, because there could be someone up to something around you, scheming, plotting, whatever. It's usually what this card is. But it also says there is a better course of action available to you. So they want you to pay attention so that you don't miss a detail of something, of a message that's coming to you for these next steps. And also a nice card. I almost pulled the Romance Angels cards, but this is basically one of the romance cards. So 2 of Cups. or Two of Raphael, which is, again, kind of like the Page of Cups, where it's the new connection, new energy, or a reconnection of someone, and it's a new spark with them, whichever it is for you. So, slow and steady wins the race this month, and really slow down, give yourself a moment or a few, and pay attention to the messages that are coming in to avoid some tricky situations out there, because not everyone is as good-hearted as Saggies can definitely be. And it looks like a new connection for you. So I will leave you all with those gorgeous messages. I hope you have a beautiful April. I will be coming on intermittently, hopefully through the month, for some hangout and channeling readings, hangout time. And then I'll see you also for your May reading. So have a wonderful month, and I'll see you later, Sag.